Enzo Maresca was frustrated with what he called silly goals that his team conceded as they drew 2-2 with Karabag in Azerbaijan. Esteval gave Chelsea the lead, but they trailed 2-1 at half-time before Alejandro Garnacho came on and rescued a point.
The big difference today for me was inside the box. The goal we concede, they are silly goals for me. In their box, for the amount of times that we arrive, we have not been clinical enough. So this is the big difference for me.
Chelsea made 7 changes last night, meaning that they've made a total of 85 to their starting lineup this season in 16 games. That's more than any other Premier League side, and it works out almost half their team every game, with 7 or more changes in the last 5 matches.
The intention tonight was to rest Enzo, to rest Moy, to rest Malo, to rest more players, because they are not able to play every 3 days. They didn't recover from last season. As you said, the Club World Cup affect a lot. And we try to do, we try to rotate when you win. No one mentioned about that.
A big blow for Romeo Lavia, who picked up another injury last night, this time to his quadricep. It's an 8th injury since he joined the club, and he's been unavailable for a total of more than 500 days. Chelsea returned to action as part of a big weekend on Sky Sports against Wolves, who they beat 4-3 in the Carabao Cup just 9 days ago. You can watch it from 7:45. It kicks off at 8 o'clock.
But we start with a potentially huge boost for Chelsea concerning the fitness of Cole Palmer. We can join our reporter Gary Cottrell, who's been speaking to Enzo Maresca. And Gary, what can you tell us about Palmer?
Yeah, normally would be you standing around these parts, wouldn't it, Gail? But yeah, it was a pleasure to be down here at Chelsea today. And the last update we had on Cole Palmer, who is arguably Chelsea's most important player, from Enzo Maresca, was 3 weeks ago. He said that Cole Palmer was about 6 weeks away from being able to play again. Well, obviously, 3 weeks later, we've asked the question again, and I make it that in 3 weeks' time, that will be in time, if the schedule is correct, for him to be involved in those 2 big back-to-back games at the end of the month. First of all, Barcelona at home in the Champions League, then Arsenal at home in the Premier League. So not involved, obviously, tomorrow night against Karabag, not involved at the weekend against Wolves, won't be involved in the international break or the first game back, potentially Burnley. But yes, potentially those 2 big games. Now, Enzo Maresca doesn't want to rush things, and he doesn't want to build up anyone's hopes, including his own. But the body language was pretty positive, and his answer was pretty positive. He certainly didn't rule out Cole Palmer being involved in those 2 games.
With the call, we try to plan, we try to schedule, at the beginning, and then we need to review that. So in this moment, we go day by day with the call. He's still apart. He's not taking any session with the team.
But ideally for Barcelona and then Arsenal, you'd like to have, you're hoping you've penciled in Cole for being available.
To be honest, I would like to have a call even tomorrow. I would like to have a call every game. I said many times that we are a better team with the call. Unfortunately for us, he's out, his injury, but for sure we want him back very soon.
Now, Gary, I've sat in that press conference room a lot this season and talked about Chelsea and their disciplinary problems. That's been with the players, but it seems that's not the only issue, is it?
Yes, we were watching training. Of course, you have 15 minutes, don't you, Gail, of open training ahead of Champions League games. And we were out there watching the players come out and starting the training. We did our report from the training. Pedro Neto, by the way, wasn't out there, has got a bit of a niggle, nothing too serious, but should be available again by the weekend. But yeah, about 5-6 minutes after the rest of them were out there, all the coaches, all the other players, Enzo Maresca kind of walked out fairly casually with a smile on his face, at least 5 or 6 minutes late for training. You're right, there's been 6 red cards, hasn't there, in 9 games for Chelsea, all over the pitch, including, of course, one for Enzo Maresca himself. And perhaps he was thinking about he may well have made it 7 red cards this season by being late.
Morning. Late, I'm late.
Is that 5?
I'm late, yeah, 5. Red card.
No, not another. they're going to stay on UK time on all their watches and all their schedules, just to try and make sure there is no small amount of jet lag. And they arrive back here at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning.